Take us away.
Jack's a nice shirt on arrival, like normal. Are the vibes, is the feeling different in a camp under Tony?
To a degree, yes. I think, of course, when there's a change, there's always going to be a different energy. Obviously, a lot of new players, new faces, but at the end of the day, the jobs remains the same. Everybody's here to perform at their best and be at their best and bring their own, contribution to the team. So, obviously, after a longer break since November, I think everyone's come back with a little bit more spring.
It feels like Tony's picked quite a few players he's had in the past. Does that make sense given the short time you have together, or like he knows what he's getting, right, and vice versa?
Yeah, I think to a degree. I think every player that's here is here because they deserve to be here, and they've obviously shown the coach that they're capable of representing the national team at the highest level, and that's the most important thing. And we've shown in the past that, even on small preparation times, we're able to take on information very quickly and adapt that into our game. So, of course, that will help for a few guys, but I think mostly it's the clearness and the clarity that the coaches give us helps every player, whether they've worked with it before or not.
Jacko, we know you're, before we get into some more football-related questions, we know you're a kit aficionado. First one in the new kit, what do you make of it?
I absolutely love it. I think it's something completely different. It has such a great story behind it. It's got real substance to it. I think it's, I think it's perfect for where we are as a team right now, and I'm really excited to wear it, actually. I think it's got the makings of a modern-day classic.
A lot of the European boys, I think, what they get in yesterday, how's bodies and everything?
Yeah, good. Everyone's pulled up really well. The preps started really well for the ones that were on the pitch yesterday. Myself and a couple of others just starting off easy. Some of the other boys did a bit more today. Everyone will be out there and get as much prep in as we can before a big night.
It's been such a wild build-up. Back here we were waking up every morning and checking who'd been subbed off and why, and checking knocks and nicks and injuries. Was it the same for you over there watching teammates go down?
Yeah, of course. I'm in good contact with a lot of the guys and spoke to a few of the ones that unfortunately aren't with us here for varieties of different reasons. But that's the nature of the game. But at the same time, we know that we're capable of filling those spots with strength and depth that we've got within players playing at home and abroad. It's of course you want to have everybody here that's possible, but in the reality for most teams that's never going to be the situation. So it's just about adapting and dealing with it, and as you say, we've got the players to do that.
Fighting to stay in the Bundesliga at club level, every match must feel like a final there. Does it feel like the same here at this particular juncture of this qualifying campaign? To
a degree, but I think we've definitely got a sense of calmness and confidence here in what we're trying to do, that we're building on something really positive. Of course, the results in the last camp weren't exactly what we wanted, but the performances in the main were very good, and it feels like we're definitely moving in the right direction. So, of course, every game's important, every game's massive, and it's brilliant to be a part of that for both club and country. High pressure, high stakes, that's what you want as a player.
For you, Jackson, obviously international windows are quite short, you don't have much time with the coaches. How do you feel you and the group are adapting to Popper's coaching style?
Yeah, I've had good conversations with all the coaches, also away from the camp, to try and make sure that information stays with us. It's about doing as much preparation as you can. I'm a bit of I love to go back and watch the games afterwards anyway and analyse and try and look at things differently as well. So, I think that the style of play is definitely becoming more ingrained, especially in the boys that have been part of the two camps, and then again this camp will take another step forward, I'm sure.
Do you give yourself a mark when you look back on those matches, and how are you rating yourself?
Not so black and white. It's about looking at finer details mostly. I think I know from myself what I do in every game is mostly consistent. It's just about fine details and trying to fine tune small things, and about positioning or decision making and things like that. It's not about trying to change a game at 32, because that's not really going to happen, is it?
And how do you stay so fit? Because you play every minute in St. Pauli, you do it with Socceroos pretty much. You're a bit of an ice man.
Listen, bit of good luck, bit of good preparation. I think just I've found a good balance and routine through my life and on and off the pitch, and it's always seemed to allow me to perform at my very best and be able to adapt it, as you say, to travel and everything in that way as well. But as everyone knows, the more you do it, the more difficult it gets, and you've got to keep finding ways to make sure that your body's right and doing it well. And we've got great, of course, as always, amazing staff here to help and make sure that you're ready to go. But yeah, you've got to do your own part as well.
There's obviously a conversation about some of the A-League players maybe not being selected and being in good form. Do you watch any of the A-League while you're in Germany, and how close do you think the likes of Noel Rockridge are to getting into this kind of circles?
Yeah, I watch a lot of the A-League, to be honest, especially on the weekend mornings before games and stuff when I wake up, and sometimes I'll FaceTime with my dad and we watch a game together like while we're having breakfast or something. It's something like nice that we do. And but yeah, listen, there's obviously a lot of players performing at a very high level. That's always the same. It's the same in Europe as well. It's great to see that we've got a lot of Australian players at home and abroad that are performing at the top level and are in conversation to be a part of this group. And the reality is only 23 or 26 will be selected, and that's football, and patience has got to be a thing for a lot of people, and you just got to wait for those opportunities when they come. I know for myself, I think after my first call up, it was about 2.5 years until I got my second. That's sometimes how football can be, and the game owes you nothing. You got to earn everything that comes for you.
You've got Nick Trandis and Ryan Teague in camp with you.
Mm-hmm.
What role do you think you'll play in sort of helping those boys, especially in that position that you're so familiar with?
Yeah, they've both been exceptional this season. Been really impressed with both. Watched a lot of them, both of them this year, and listen, they've got abundance of ability and confidence in the way that they take the ball in the middle of the park. It's great to see, and for myself, probably just to bring that bit of experience and being able to understand aspects of the game that only come with time. Because there's a lot of things that the guys are doing already that someone like me is not going to be able to teach them. So it's more about understanding your role and being able to game management, things like that. And but I've been really impressed with both and looking forward to being out on the park with them today.
Last one from there, sorry.
Jacko, sorry, so is this a bit of a tough camp for Kazini? And he's played something like 29 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I think since the last camp, when you look at the squad, he's probably got a big part to play, if not in where are the goals coming from?
I think we've seen through the boys over the last few weeks that there's goals everywhere. Martin Boyle's obviously in great form, scoring form. Craig's obviously always a threat, with goals and assists as well. And obviously Nish as well, coming back and scoring a beautiful goal on the weekend as well. And there's goals everywhere throughout the team. Even a few of the other boys have contributed goals and assists throughout the season as well. So obviously Cass is a big part of what we want to do, and I think over the next few years he's going to play a big role for this team. But we've got great support all around him for minutes and goals from boys at their club level as well.